Benjamin Crump joins us now. Ben, thank you so much. First of all, the most important thing, well, one of the more important things, how is the family doing?
They are still in disbelief, Don. It's like they say they're in a nightmare and they can't wake up. They still have so many questions as to how their son, who was set on Monday to have his tryouts because he is a Division II college athlete, and this was going to be his year. He was having workouts, he was doing training, and so they know that he was very focused on moving to a Division I program, and so they're just shocked that in 48 hours of one of the most consequential days of his life, this would happen. They are just in disbelief. And the reason that's so relevant, Don Lemon, is, there was an alleged argument, and people say that was over things about he was being very clear to not have anything to do with anything that might get in his system because he knew he had his big workout coming on Monday. And so that's why they're like just not accepting any of this, Don.
Ben, what does the autopsy show? Have they given you any information from the autopsy they did? What is that showing?
The sheriff said that they believe that he was left on something. We don't know what the story is, but they're saying it was an unfortunate accident. They're not telling the family anything about whether it was foul play or not. As far as we know, his mother, Christine, and his father, Elmo, say they haven't gotten any answers. They, have been asked to turn over his cell phone to the Mississippi law enforcement authorities. But even that is troubling to them because they're saying messages that were deleted from his cell phone. So they want to try to dot every I and cross every T and investigate everything. They said it's very improbable that Nolan would not have wanted his cell phone with him if he was going to stay on the island.
And that said, Ben, there have been people who have been pointing out on the internet, some prominent people saying, imagine if the situation was reversed. If it was three black boys or young men who went out with a white young man and the white young man ended up dead, imagine the outrage and the news coverage and the demands of investigations as well.
The crux of the matter, if these were three black kids with a white kid and that white kid ends up dead after they claim they left him, they can't remember anything, but they have their cell phone, you have to ponder whether they would be treating this as a murder investigation or if this was what they call just investigation into accidental death. You have to ponder that.
What it do, man? It's the big homie, Derek Demure, back at you once again with an update on the Nolan Wells story. As you saw from the clip I just played, the family has retained renowned civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump, who was speaking with Don Lemon. Don't get it twisted on what I'm about to say, because I don't have anything against Benjamin Crump, but he is a civil rights attorney who has gotten many families millions of dollars from wrongful death lawsuits, and all that's fine. But I think, and this is my opinion, y'all are welcome to share yours in the comments, but I think they need a high-profile criminal attorney too. Because if it's discovered that it was foul play involved, we need to have those responsible held accountable to the fullest extent of the law. I just want to make sure people don't get it twisted. You can be found liable in a civil suit and still be found not guilty in a criminal trial. You feel me? Now, we did get this from Benjamin Crump. There was an argument, allegedly, over drugs that Nolan did not want to partake in. The friends did have a cell phone, which has to raise eyebrows, because who in their right mind would give up their cell phone to be left on an island, right? Then there's the accusation of deleted text messages. That's tampering with evidence. What don't come out in the wash definitely will come out in the rinse. Now, Don Lemon asked him if Nolan was a good swimmer, and Crump replied, yes. That being said, the island was 10 miles out from the mainland. I know Buddy did not try to swim back. And that brings me to the point of Ben Crump saying they're looking at this as an accidental drowning. Accident me ass. That's just a way to try to justify this and move on. So we did get more details and verification on some of the narratives that were out there. You can check out the full interview with Ben Crump on Don Lemon's YouTube channel. Now, I'm going to end it on this note. To all the people that look like us and support Donald Trump, if these roles were reversed, he would have spoken out by now, calling for the kids to be arrested like he did when the lady got assaulted in Central Park in New York. But on this here, he quiet as a church house mouse. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments. And as always, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or X. And Spinning the Block Media. We got more content coming. This the big homie Derek Demure, man, and I'm out.